All right, all right, all right. I think I'm alive. I'm alive and I'm live. Hey, Zen friends. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Pisces full moon lunar eclipse tonight happening in what? In a little over 5 hours. So we got a little bit of stuff headed our way. Um, I'll talk just briefly about it before we get started and everything. But before we begin everything, let us come back to this moment. You know, I like to start off taking a big deep breath in, hold it for as long as feels comfortable, slow exhale out to come back to this moment. And then we will bring in the singing bowl for more love energy too. So if you want to join me in doing that, let's start. Big deep breath in. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I will hit the singing bowl 3 times, and that will have us bring in this energy, and we can have it just vibrate out from our heart outward into all of our emotions, up into our minds, and into our um, auric fields, energy, our physical bodies, and everything. Sorry, this is really bright suddenly. The sun came out behind a cloud, I think. Feel like I was in a spotlight. All right, here we go. Now I can see I don't feel like I'm blinded. Um, but we'll let this energy just fill us up and overflow out to the outside world. Let it do what it wants to do out there. And after the third gong, I will bring in the feather here. And we're just going to amplify this beautiful Pisces emotional energy for emotional cleansing, for physical body, whatever we need. We're just going to multiply that energy out to, and whatever we're needing in the moment, we can just focus on that gratitude for that beautiful energy and just let it fill us up. And of course, anything gratitude is the energy that we can just think of one little thing we're grateful for in the moment. It helps amplify and takes our energy into the higher vibration, opening us up to hear from spirit, but also magnetizes us to feel more from, of course, the whatever we're grateful for. We attract more of that. So that is what we're going to do. So let us begin. Remember gratitude. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. Such beautiful energies. My. So, how are you guys sleeping? Did you enjoy your dreams last night? Oh my God. It's such a interesting emotional release kind of dreams last night. It was quite interesting. So, hope you guys are hanging in there. Buckle up because we have our eclipse happening tonight. Let's see. So I looked this up just a little bit ago because they call it the faint penumbral shadow. It begins on the moon in like 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes, a little less than that. It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes. We start the little shadow starts, and then in 3 hours and 33 minutes. So at 8:33 p.m. Mountain Time, which is where I'm at now. So around 3 hours and like 3.5 hours from now, then there's a partial eclipse begins as the visible shadow takes a bite out of the moon. And then at 10:12 p.m., that's mountain time. So that'll be what, 12:12 around there, Eastern time is when the eclipse is at its biggest. And then it all finishes, the partial eclipse ends at like be like 1:51 p.m. Eastern time, so before midnight our time. So depending on how long we go, we might be ended before the partial eclipse ends, but we're gonna be right in the middle of all this energy, Pisces energy, which allows us to connect to the spirit world. So get ready, buckle up, buttercups, because we have some stuff arriving, I'm sure. Um, welcome everybody. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, hey, I'm your brother Z. We are here to come spill the tea with spirit, find out what we can learn from each other through the readings from spirit, and just what tea can be spilt tonight. So welcome. We got a great group of Zen friends with huge hearts and great senses of humor. Thank goodness. I'm so grateful for our Zen friends that we have here, and there's always room for more. If you want to know how the whole process works, it's all down in the description area of the video. Donations you get first priority. If you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. Just realize the super chat, YouTube does take 30% of that for processing. If you want to make a donation another way, I do have 5 other ways if you choose. This is just information, no expectations. But down in the description area, I do have my Venmo and Cash App, which currently have 0 fees. And then PayPal, Square, and Google Pay, which have minimal fees there as well. And sometimes I know, like PayPal, you can offer to pay the fee if you wish, but of course, if you have Cash App or Venmo, that's the 0 fees. They get nothing. So those are just information for you there. What else? What else? We do have a pinned comment at the end of every session mentioning if I have completed all the readings. If I don't complete them in the night, then we will be able to do it in the morning. I do pop on. We've kind of lightened up a little bit. I was having 7, 8, 9, 10-hour sessions, but now it's 2, 4, 5 hours, which might be the eclipses. We kind of everyone pulling in, but we definitely have I'll max at 7 hours is the usual time. I did put out a little update about all the changes that I've made to my sessions. Something else I'm offering, and there's a chance to get into a drawing. It mentions in the video here. If you listen to towards the end, it does talk about now it's not a secret anymore. So those that kept the secret will be in a special drawing. Everyone else, if you get into the drawing, there'll be a second drawing to a chance at winning um, one of my energetic hedges. So if you're interested, check that out. And then also, I have a free podcast called The Easier Path. And if you haven't checked that out, the playlist link is, of course, located in the I call it the show notes, the stream notes, also on my main page at the top. And we just had a new one come out this last Monday called Talking to Heaven. So if you haven't checked that one out, that one is about how we can, it talks about heaven, what spirit has kind of talked about it a little bit, how we can communicate with them and how we can hear from them as well. So if you're interested, check it out. I think those are the big things that we were going to talk about there. Um, and I did mention I posted a pinned comment listing all the readings completed with timestamps on there too. I don't think I mentioned that, but we do have those that are on there. If you have a donation of $5 or more, you do get. We're going to have one of these. Continue to use the Moonology manifestation. It's like a little spiritual piece of cake. And then if it's under $5, you do get a fortune cookie, which are these little feral psychic oracle, little smaller. Um, but I love these as well. So that is how that works. Tonight we will be using the Whispering Tarot deck. Kind of this black and white. We got a little bit of our analytical sun and Virgo going on right now, and then the full moon in Pisces is water. So you got kind of like the mind versus the water going on today. So we got a little black and white energy that wanted to be expressed today. So I think that's all the stuff. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but if I remember, I'll mention it. But I don't think it's important. Otherwise, I wouldn't forget it, right? So we will catch up on the chat here, make sure the lists are all updated, and then we'll get into it here. So, let me take a look here. Let me just check the emails here. All right. So we do have here, let's see, I think I left off with JoJo's. JoJo, you'll be number 5 on the donation list. So thank you. I got you on there. We got Debbie O in the house. Hey, hey. Yep. Tap, tap, tap. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. You're so funny. I see that. And you said Zell in the future. You know, um, probably not. Because Zell isn't like um I have to be with a bank that has that. And I don't know where my credit union that I'm with just got bought out, or not bought out, but joined with someone. So I'll have to check into that and see. I'll put a little note over here because I know there's different changes, some good stuff with this new one that because they like joined into a bigger one. So there it might be there. You never know. I will. Thanks for mentioning that. I will see if that's an option. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. All right. And we got Bird Girl in the house. Hey, Bird Girl, good to see you. Hello, hello. This is a little, lower this a little bit now. I can see. I'm like trying to look over my microphone. And Bird Girl, I don't currently see a free reading request or any request from you yet, in case YouTube deleted that or removed it. And we got Leslie in the house. Hey, hey, good to see you, we Pisces. Oh, yeah, ton in our sign. So you're having a blast right now, right? And I do have you your number 2 on the donation list and number 5 on the free reading list. Right? Yeah, Debbie. Oh, rough night, right? I got your email. Um, I didn't get a donation yet, I don't think. Let me just make sure I'm in the right inboxes here. Um, so just let you know, I got your email, but I didn't get the donation yet, in case something weird happened, because we know how that can happen. Full moon energy, woo woo. So we got you there. And we got Ruby G in the house too. Hey, Ruby, good to see you. Let's grab you here. I'm gonna get you on number 7 on the free readings that are there as well. All right. I think that is it. I think we are all caught up. So for donations, up first, we will have April, and then Leslie will be number 2, and then Chelsea will be number 3. We got Jazzy Meg as number 4, and JoJo is currently number 5. Yeah, let's take a look here and just see here. I don't see anything over here, Deb. At least I didn't get an email. Let me just take a look here. Don't think I can access it on here. Yeah, I don't see it. So just let me know here. I'll put you on number 6 here, pending your donation, because I know you're good for it, obviously. So, you'll be number 6. So that's answer your question, Ruby. So we have 6 in line right now for donations, and that's where we're at there. And then we got Maria M9P in the house. Hey, good to see you. We'll get you on the free readings. You'll be number 8 on the free readings here. All right. So I think we are all set here. So let's do a quick little cheers. I'd like to give a cheers just to say thank you guys so much for all your love and all your support, for being here, enjoying this beautiful full moon energy tonight with me, and for all the thumbs up, all the likes, that is likes, all the thumbs up likes, and all your comments you guys make, all your donations, participating in the chat, commenting after the stream is done, watching my YouTube podcast. All of those things help spread the Zen love, and you're helping be the giant love tsunami that's going across the world, helping spread the love and getting my channel out in front of others so they can also hear from spirit. And that's what we're here for, right? To help raise the vibration, the love vibration of the planet. So thank you guys so much. Cheers, cheers to you. I love you. And salud. All right. So let us dive in, see what we got going on tonight. So, April, you're up first, 1708. So, thank you so much for your donation. Oh, yeah, let me give these a like as well. There it goes, because it doesn't let me do that until the stream has started. All right, so we've got you there. And you wanted to know, what is Rebecca currently thinking towards you? We shall see what is going on here. So, what is Rebecca currently thinking towards you? Let's see what we got here, April. Okay, we do this one, and we do have this one here. Wow, okay. Interesting. Energy that's here. Well, the bottom of the deck here, we do have the 3 of Pentacles, which is an energy of collaboration. You even got the 3 of Wands on the 3 of Swords. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've definitely felt this 3 energy that was here, because you got the 3 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, not the 3 of Cups, which would be kind of third party energy. But you've got collaboration with the 3 of Pentacles and being true to one's authentic self, going in an unexpected way with this 3 of Swords, with the 3 of Wands. 3 of Swords sometimes is like, ooh, expectations equal disappointment, heartbreak, but it also can mean unexpected. And it's like the 3 of Wands, it just feels like things are going an unexpected way. And it does feel like Rebecca's going through something here where they're kind of removing some old masks and being more true to their authentic self, really getting in tune. Because it's interesting when we ask what Rebecca's currently thinking towards you, we've got the High Priestess and we've got the 6 of Cups. Both of these energies are bringing in like past life connection energy. Now, it can be, of course, thinking of it, if there's been a departure from each other or a distance, this is about coming back. But there is this, it's like deeper feel for me, and especially with this full moon, probably, right? This is all about Pisces energy, but it's even the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which has this like draw, this energy of there's uh, it's like this familiarity, this it's deeper though. It's like something else has kind of kicked in here, where they're really feeling things deeply, really feeling things like, why am I feeling this way? Why do I have this strong draw, this strong connection? Because they've got this energy of just this draw. And it's emotional, it's deep beneath the surface, it's not, like this lifetime kind of energy, it's like beyond that where they're just like, "Why am I feeling this way?" This strong pull towards you. And I feel like that's what's going on here, and with all the stuff that they're going through, they're like, "Well, I feel like I'm having an awakening in a way, and things are really opening up for me, and I'm because I'm feeling all this stuff differently, I want to, like, reconnect. I feel like I'm having this draw towards you. Now, it doesn't mean I don't have Wands energy besides the 3 of Wands approaching it in a different way. I don't I don't see action yet with all this, but definitely a lot of emotional energy with the High Priestess, the 6 of Cups, the Page of Cups. There's all this emotional draw towards you, and I feel like this eclipse season really opened up something, which it's culminating tonight with the full moon in Pisces, the lunar eclipse, right? So that emotional energy of the High Priestess really has her drawn inward into her emotions, reflecting on things. But, I don't see quick action yet. I feel like she's just sitting in this emotional bubble, feeling this draw and trying to understand it before she acts on it. Almost feels like Aquarius energy. That's what Aquarians do. We wanna understand the emotion, and then when we understand it, then we'll decide how we're gonna act on it or not. So, I feel like that's kind of what that energy is coming in there. Let's see what your fortune cookie is here as well. So you get the feral psychic. So what else can we know here? Yeah, it is. Looks like she's facing shadows. So it says, "What you fear inside, you might just be misunder." I'm sorry. What you fear inside what you fear inside you might just be misunderstood strength, misdirected energy, or unprocessed pain. So I do feel like she's processing something too, which makes total sense there. So that is what they have, April. Hopefully that helps. That is what they got for you right now. So many blessings to you. Absolutely, you can ask a free question. I can throw you on that list here. I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick as well. Yeah. So we got here. So Debbie O, I did get your donation that came in here. So we got you on the list. You will be number 6 on there. And then we've got here Ruby G. Thank you for your donation here. You're saying you want to combine those two into one. So we'll make it so. All right. And you're going to email me. All right. See email. All right, we'll get you on there. And Lemon Lions Lulu's in the house. Hey, good to see you. Hello, hello. Good. Thank you for stopping by, saying hello. And then we've got Amber DeWitt. Hello. I hope your day is great as well. We'll get you on the free list. You'll be number 9 on the free list there. And then April, I see your free question. You'll be number 10 on the free readings once we get there. All right. So I think we are all up to date. Let me just refresh my emails. Okay, I think we're good. So let us continue on. We'll jump in here. We've got Leslie up next. So, Leslie, thank you for your donation. And we will get you over here. Whoa, didn't want to do that. Oh, it just went over. It brought up a screen. It didn't need to do that. And we got GD on the YT. We'll get you here on the free readings to your number 11 on there. Just want to get that real quick. Otherwise, so I use my little postings as to know where I'm at in the chat. All right. So, Leslie, you want to know, when are you going to hear from the insurance company? This is a nightmare. Oh, from the storm and the tornado and all that, huh? All right. Let's take a look here and see what we got going on here. See what Spirit wants you to know. I know. All right. So we've got this one. do want this one. Do want this one too. And this one here. And this one here. All right. Oh my gosh. I know. Bottom of the deck, you had the tower, so you already had the quote lightning strike. It was a tornado strike though, right? Well, when the tree hit the house, right? But I I feel like the underlying energy just starting out right is remembering that everything that happens does happen for us, even though it's hard to know, Didn't we get the tower before on the other reading we had around that? Because there was something about that if this hadn't happened, something wouldn't be repaired that would cause a fire later. Something along those lines, right? Because it feels like they're bringing that back to me. Just saying, we never know why things happen for us, um, but they do. And things are changed to make space for something that helps us move forward. So it definitely helps when we look at life in that perspective. And it's a nightmare. Well, it's a blessing in disguise, right? When we change our energy, then that starts changing what comes in, right? Because and we have here among your energies here, we have the 7 of Swords, which is, our mindset, which is, you know, which we're taught growing up, this is bad, this needs to change, this needs to be corrected, this is imperfect, it needs to be something different than it is. And that's that want and need energy that comes in, right? um, that pushes things away. And so, and absolutely, I get it. With you're saying I'm trying. I'm like I understand. It's difficult to when we have something big that indicate that we consider big that happens. You know, um, you know, in comparison in our lives. They just show me a flash that Nepal flood where this thing just took out all these people and this whole building and everything. It's like I'm grateful. I say we send love to Nepal and all those individuals that are there, but we also are grateful that, in comparison, that's a small thing in comparison, right? And so when we see those things, it's like when my mom went to a grief group when she lost like her brother one year and her one of her sisters the next year. She's the oldest of like 10 kids, 11 kids. And so, that she was losing and she's lost a couple brothers, two or three sisters. So, but she went to a grief group, and when she heard other people, talking about things they were going through, she was like, "We're not in this alone. Life unfolds, the way that it unfolds, and it just is until it gets in here," right? Coming back to the 7 of Swords, this story about what this means about me and that this thing isn't working this certain way and things aren't happening, it's like, okay, you know, admit that it can be worse. It could be worse, and I'm grateful that I'm protected and things are gonna unfold, that I have insurance, right? That you're not just out and you have to fix it yourself and figure it out, right? That you will at least have something, right? Which is the whole thing here. The Tower card is something comes in fast. You also have the Knight of Wands, that something comes in fast. This is the quest of stepping into our power too. So the more that you're stepping into your power, realizing my energy is what draws things to me. I'm going to let me focus as much as I can. And what's great is gratitude energy and unconditional love and joy and laughter and play so much powerful than our lower vibrational energy. So it's not equal to equal. It just takes a moment of gratitude to counteract a lot of our natural instinctive old conditioning, old stories of fear and those things. And that changes. So when we step into that, then you have wonderful energy. You have the Page of Pentacles, which is abundance energy. You have the 6 of Pentacles, which is another abundance energy, things balancing out, and another abundance, victory energy with the Six of Wands. This was to happen this way. Um, Otherwise, it would have happened a different way, right? So I feel like there's some hidden benefit that we don't see yet that you will see coming in here. But with the change of energy, I feel like that's an important piece of it. And just it's always, a great reminder that comes in here. Yeah. Let me see what else we have here. Gosh. Well, that's good at least. So we've got the cards that came out for timing. I figured now that you have that energy awareness based on your new energy, it says it's worth the time, which is what we're talking about. It's a blessing in disguise. So it's worth that it's taking time because we never know if it's slow. Maybe you get a contractor or whatever they come in and that they fix it and they're like experts, or they're hot, or they're your future partner, or it also you avoid getting someone who does a crappy job and doesn't fix it right, and they have to keep coming back and those kind of things, right? Because it even says going too fast, slow down, take your time, slow down, know everything is unfolding. And then it says, let it be a mystery. Trust, right? Trust. And I'm like, "Come on." And then they gave you this. They're like, "All right, next month looks promising." So you will, which is just a few days away. I know every day it seems like a lot, but I feel like you will hear from the insurance company next month, if not sooner. But I feel like it's all about releasing the timing of things because one of our big lack energies is timing. It I should have heard back from them already. A should is an expectation, which is lack, right? It's like it should have happened already. Instead of thank you, creator, that I'm going to hear back in the perfect timing with the perfect answer, with the perfect result. And I surrender all that to you. And I'm going to focus on gratitude for what I can do. So I like that. I know it's so hard. Until it's not, until we make it our habit of focusing on as much as, we're grateful for 'em. You just gently, each time you realize you've gone into the lower vibration, you just can adjust it if you want. Just knowing that whatever I'm choosing in each moment is what I'm drawing into my life. I'm not being punished. I'm not being rewarded. It is just how energy works. Whatever I'm calling out for is what I draw towards me. So the more that we make that our practice as much as we can, as soon as you start to feel worried, have an affirmation, a different affirmation of, uh, I trust you, creator. I give it back to you. It's in your hands. Thank you. I trust you. And then send love out. Do whatever we can, right? So let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. You got a moonology manifestation. So let's see what else we've got here. Blessing in disguise. This is a blessing in disguise. This is a blessing in disguise. Please rip off the mask so I can see the blessing. You got the full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Yeah. And of course, we've got a water full moon tonight. But you got the full moon in Scorpio. Transformation, right? Energy with the Scorps, Pluto, which is the tower energy, by the way, right? So I went to Pisces. So there's a strong energy around you now, and the good news is that energy is very creative. After all, it leads to an act that creates. It's talking about that because it also creates humans, and they're mentioning here Scorpio is also sexual energy. So it's all about creation and this fire to create. It says a tense situation could be about to boil over, so go carefully. Time spent outdoors will help you to calm your emotions as well as increasing your general well being. You need to find a balance between your emotions and your sensual side. Don't deny this part of yourself. Use the energy to create what you want. I like that. Your moon is Scorpio. Oh, there you go. How perfect. And we got so maybe the new insurance guy or the the contractor that comes out. There you go. Manifesting balance says balance your ability to caress with your need to be caressed. So love yourself, right? Manifesting mindset says when we're emotionally overheated, we end up focusing on what we don't want rather than on what we do want. There you go. Bear this in mind now. Breathe. And then a manifesting ritual for seduction. Add myrrh essential oil to your diffuser. Rest in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Call in Kali, the goddess of Shakti, divine feminine energy, and of facing down your fears. Make sure you're fully in touch with your sensual side. Unspent sexual energy creates blockages, so use your imagination. Whoa. That'll take your mind off of things. Your manifesting affirmation is fire see, energy fires me up in a good way and helps me express my creativity too. And the best times to manifest this fire magic is when the moon is in Scorpio or on Tuesday, which is Mars Day. So the full moon in Scorpio takes place when the sun is in Taurus and the moon is in Scorpio. We're already past that for now, but there we go. So that's what they got for you, my dear. And thank you so much. Hang in there. It's just a good reminder. I'm energy. What am I creating? What am I creating? What am I creating? But it feels like once it does, when things start to roll, you got all that abundance energy, victory energy, balancing energy. So it looks good once it appears. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I know. A perfect mess, right? All right. Cheers to you. Hang in there. What is not a mess, right? The more we focus in on gratitude for what's not a mess, then we have less mess. When we're focusing in on the mess, we get more mess. So it's a good reminder for us all, really. That's if you saw my downstairs right now, I'm in the middle of moving stuff around and sorting, and so it looks like a you walk through it at your own risk right now. So I understand it's in that I'm in the middle of transitioning stuff, so I get it. I mean, that's a different kind of mess, but it's a mess. It's unorganized and it drives me crazy. But we're gonna purge, and it's gonna once we're done, it's gonna be a nice little simplified. I like it. All right. So let's continue on here. Next up, we got Chelsea at 38.50. So, Chelsea, thank you for your donation. And let's dive in here. So, you want to note here with your friend Cody, if he'll co-sign. Right, he said he'd love to help you any way he can, but now you're wondering, did he mean just financial planning? All right, well, we'll take a look here and see what we got going on here. Is he willing to co-sign the lease? So let's take a look here. What do we have? So we've got this one. We've got this one. I do want these three. Boom, boom, boom. All right. All right. Well, Chelsea, hey, on the bottom of the deck, we do have both the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. This does bring in a little bit of confliction energy here. This is what we've been getting with the other as well, right? Um, I don't know, I mean, let's step through these cards because it feels a lot of undecided energy and delayed energy. We start off with the 4 of Swords, which the 4 of Swords is letting go of expectations, resting the mind, kind of let me think about it energy. Um, 'Cause maybe they weren't meaning, "Oh, well, when I said anyway, yeah, I didn't mean like that." We'll see here, because you got the Emperor, which is also this undecided energy trying to get out of their head and into their heart, which I do feel here because we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of them all. Um, and with the King of Swords right after it, which is someone that gets really in their head, the analyticalness, right? Um, and so all of this feels like they just want time to think about that and kind of mull it over. Ultimately, they have the King of Pentacles, which makes sense with them being a financial planner. This is all about abundance, fullness, and um, I almost feel like there's this energy. Yeah. So he'd like to help. He would like to see 3 months of rent and savings. Yeah, that makes sense here because it's all about this, and I feel like he wants to figure out a way to, have it happen, um yeah, have it happen, right, with, but I feel like it's, that security, it's that kind of energy that's coming in here with that King of Pentacles. And, um, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a yes, like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, we'll do that then." I feel like they're wanting to go, "Well, let's look at your financial planning. Let's once you have, 3 months." I feel like he wants to try to see how we can get the 3 months of rent into savings, and then he would be, willing to do, the cosign thing, but I feel like he wants to kinda see a little bit more and understand a little bit more on the part of, you know, from a financial planning standpoint, and then, once he sees the, uh, kind of the guardrails in place, that then he's like, "Okay," then he feels safer. But he's all about risk assessment, being a financial planner, so I feel like that's where he's kind of conflicted, and that's why he wants to be able to put his mind to rest and do all this here. But I feel like there's something here, like, if you will do this and this and this, once we have that, then I'll do it, but I don't it doesn't feel like he's, like, in his energy right now anyway. It doesn't feel like he's, just leaping at it to do it, but that he definitely wants to understand and ask some tough questions and, you know, kind of put a financial plan together, then based on how, um, I would say, like, how resistant you are to the plan depends on how resistant they will be in signing it. Because I feel like they're, if you do these things, then they feel like, okay, you have security right there. You made horrible financial decisions, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly right. So it's like, yeah, let's see what here's the budget. If you could stick to this budget with doing this, not doing these things, and you're like, "Oh." But the thing with you, though, is if you commit to them, you would until you could get them off the lease. Like, if you knew, like, if I had to, you know, kind of avoid some expenses, personal expenses, you know Right, exactly. Botox and hair appointments, and they're like, um How how often, right? Yeah, exactly, right. So I feel like that's what he's bringing in there too. So that makes sense. All right, let's see what else you have here. You got the new moon in Virgo, ooh, which is coming up. Trust all will be well. Yeah, this new moon in Virgo is actually like well, 2 weeks from now. Um, so I feel like there's some good energy coming in here in 2 weeks. Um, with that, let's see, Virgos before. So, yeah, trust all will be well. Sometimes we want everything to happen yesterday, but divine timing is a real thing. Sometimes we need more pieces of a jigsaw to fall into place before we can get what we want. Slowing down now is the key for you to get what you want. So take your time and allow events to unfold. See what you can do for others as a really quick and easy way, both to distract yourself and to boost your good karma while you wait for your dreams to manifest. There's a reason why you pulled this card, so make sure you pay attention. The manifesting focus says this card is an especially good sign for matters related to a job or health situation. The manifesting mindset says uh, go out of your way to help someone because again, helping boost karma. Be reliable. Don't overthink things and be modest. The manifesting tips for stepping into divine timing, it says call in Archangel Metatron, who works to clear away and heal any lower energies that might make you feel rushed. Ask him to clear your energy and the energy of wherever you are. Call in the planet Mercury, which guides Virgo, and ask for help with reasoning and accepting divine timing. Your manifestation affirmation is I help others and others help me. Wow. So, how can you help someone? It doesn't have to be financial, but how can you help someone, right? And then someone can help you. I like that. The best time to manifest this magic is when the moon is in Virgo and on a Wednesday, which is Mercury's day. So, I like that. See, the new moon in Virgo takes place when the sun and the moon are on the same degree in Gemini. Oh, I think that's wrong. It should be in Virgo, not Gemini. I think it's a misprint because why would it be in Gemini? But I love this. Trust all will be well. So I like that for you, my dear. That is what they have for you. So many blessings. I, I like this. So, but I definitely feel this new moon in Virgo in a couple weeks. Let's see when it is. We'll get the little daily planetary guide out here. And we are here. So it's in 2 weeks. It'll be here. Yep. New moon on Thursday, the 10th as well. So, yeah, it looks like right before Rosh Hashanah. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So hang in there. Hope all is well and wonderful energies. The day after your birthday. Oh, that's right. So many blessings. Again, thank you for your donation and see who you can help. All right. And we got Livia Vagara in the house. Hey, Livia, good to see you as well. Absolutely. We'll get you on here. Let's see. Let's try that again. There we are. You'll be number 12 on the free reading list there. Let me scroll down a little. There we go. All right. Hello. All right. And then up next, we've got Jazzy Meg at 49:30 coming up here. There is your timestamp. Thank you for your donation. So you want the status of their connection. Are they together? Are they paused? Are they in menopause? Are they having heat flashes? Cheers, cheers. Might take a quick sip here. Sorry for the slurp there. Got to get every last bit of that beet juice. All right, let's take a look here, Jazzy Meg. What is their connection right now? What can we know here? All right. Okay, I do want this one. And we do want to this one here. All right. Wow. Wow. Just a lot of fire that's going on. Well, first of all, the bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of them all. So things I feel like romantically, like emotionally have slowed down, but they've got fire that's going on here, right? Because they've got the magician energy, which is it's can be considered manifestation and the divine masculine energy. They got the 5 of Wands, which they have both. This would be like a fire, a fire energy of passion, but also of conflict, which they've got the Knight of Wands as well, the fastest moving fire knight. So a ton of fire energy. So like I'm getting this energy that it's really slowed down romantically, and it's just kind of it's kind of like their relationship has come to a standstill, and there's fire, arguing, you know, hissing at each other, but then there's hot makeup, passion, but there's no like it's not emotional. It's like there's a wall up emotionally, but there's still that physical, passionate attraction energy. So it's kind of just this fire fest of one extreme to the other, fighting, making up, fighting, making up, fighting, making up. But I kind of feel like that's where the energy is kind of sitting right now. It doesn't feel like romance is there. So I don't know, there's this that very interesting interaction, right? Who, will things change? I know we're right in the middle of all this eclipse energy, so everything is exaggerated quite a bit. So we can see, let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. Um, let's see what we got here. Yep, not for sale. Interesting. So it says your priorities are clear, your values are non negotiable. Authenticity may not always pay, but it always aligns. And this is that energy. I feel like that's why there's this emotional wall up, because I feel like one side of the relationship feels that the other person isn't in it for the same reasons they are. And I feel like that's why, this thing is blowing up and blowing up and blowing up, that energy in there. So interesting. But I feel like that's where they're at right now, if that helps. All right, Jesse. Many blessings to you. All right. See, GD on the YT, you are number 11 on the free list. And Jojo, your question. Thank you. I'll get that. You're actually up next. So that's perfect timing. Thank you so much. And then after this, we have Debbie O, and then Ruby G is where we're at. And Ruby G, I did get your email here, so I've got you here as well. Oh, let me just. Oh, okay, never mind. My host just told me I got notification a package got delivered, so I just tell her. But she already notified me. All right. All right. You are welcome. All right, so let's dive in here. So Jojo, thank you so much for your donation. Here is your timestamp. Boom, boom. And your question is, you've been thinking about unicorns again lately. Oh, I love that. Do you have like one new friend, or what's the unicorn and energy, right? Hey Jojo, good evening. Are you staying up to watch the full moon? Well, I don't know. The full moon might be during the day on your side of the planet, huh? All right, let's take a look here. So tell us about the unicorn energy. Why are you thinking about unicorns? right, we got this one and this one here. Yeah, I like this here. um, oh yeah, you love crows. This is my full moon shirt. I forgot to mention it. We got our Raven full moon energy going on tonight. So, you've got the 2 of Wands energy that's coming in here, and you've also got the 4 of Wands, which is a joy and celebration and a gathering energy. And there is something here. I mean, the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Cups, which, brings in an energy of like this, I want to say it's an ending and beginning energy. And it feels here like, I don't know, like there's been a transformation here. It's almost like that you have we talked about that you have a unicorn. It was a sassy unicorn, rainbow unicorn. Didn't we talk about you had spirit guide they're bringing back? Something that there was a special unicorn that we talked about, and I feel like it was fiery, sassy, rainbow. I forget what it was, but I'm remembering something, right? Um, and so they're bringing it back, and this 4 of Wands is like there's this celebration because it's like they're choosing to, uh evolve. Like, they're choosing to go to a higher vibration, and I feel like they're not, like, saying goodbye because they will always be connected, but I feel like they are introducing someone new to you that's coming in, and that's what I feel like that's why you're picking up their energy because they're ready to go, and they're gonna go to a higher vibration, and so they're being absorbed into their higher self further, and but they're like, so there's like a party going on, and they're like, so I wanted to say see you later because it's never goodbye, but I want to introduce you to my friend because they're going to be hanging around with you. And this one, yeah, they're going even higher, which, we have all these vibrations we can continue to go on, but they've finished that expression of that vibration, and they're like, um, I was in your life for the amount of time I was to do what I needed to do, but now, and the one that's they're showing me, there's this unicorn. They are like crimson red, like their body is crimson red, their, their unicorn horn, though, it's, like, on fire, it's flamey. It's actually you can't see, like, the horn itself very clearly because it's on fire, it's a flame. And the same thing with, like, their mane, and their tail. It's, um it's really a bright, 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 bright red, but it's, also flames coming out of it. Oh, it was blue? Maybe it's so maybe when they burn extra hot, it turns blue, because it starts off with red flame, but, when it burns at a high like, at its highest, that's what flames do, blue flame, right? So, that they can express that energy, but that's where they're gonna take you. I feel like they're coming in as red flame now, but as you evolve together, then you guys get up to, like, blue flame energy. But, it starts off red, yeah, because red is at the root. Oh, wow, and then you're gonna move to yellow, and then to orange, green. You're gonna move up to blue flame, but you're gonna go through the chakras. Um, so I love that. I love that energy. Um Yeah. So I like that. So that's why you're picking up on it. Um, but it starts off in the root with fiery red, and then they're gonna step through and You guys are gonna step up through all the chakras. I feel like they stop at the blue, but I feel like it's gonna be, you have aqua blue, but you go into that deep blue up here in the 3rd eye, but then if they go purple, they go, so they're like, "We'll stop here because at that point, then I'll hang out with you for a while more, and when I'm ready, then I will hit up on," because if I go purple flame, then, I will absorb into the higher vibration, which is, I feel like, where the rainbow one went. Interesting. I love your adventures. Beautiful, beautiful, energies. But yeah, so they were calling you for the party. So you might be, especially tonight, you might have a lot of dreams if you go back to sleep, because of this full moon Pisces energy. They're like, "The party, come to the party." You might even remember it in the morning. Your fortune cookie is buried potential, which is settling for less doesn't make you realistic. It just makes you forget how powerful you really are. I love this. So that is what they have for you, my dear. I love rainbow, your rainbow unicorn. He's like, bye. He's like, "Psh, I'm going. I'm elevating." So I love that. Go to sleep earlier than I want. I know, right? You're like, all right, here I come. Buckle up. All right. So that is what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. Enjoy your dream world. Enjoy this full moon as well. So we'll do a little cheers, cheers to your rainbow unicorn for evolving and going, absorbing back into something else. Cheers. You are welcome. All right. So we'll continue on here. And we've got Debbie. Let me see. Do I got your? I didn't have your. Let me just. I think I have your name correct. Let me just make sure. I sure did. All right. So Debbie, oh, you're 10242. 10242. So here is your timestamp here. You're going to give the peanut gallery a break tonight, and your future husband. They get a night off. All right. So we'll take a look here. Yeah, it was an interesting night last night. A lot of dreaming, a lot of stuff going on. Um, so definitely this Virgo energy is all about the body and things emotionally moving and transitioning in our bodies too with all this energy. So I get it. So let's take a look here. So with the tummy, and you didn't sleep well all last night. So I'm glad you're feeling a little better. So what's going on with your body in a general for you? Let's see what we got here. What does spirit want you to know? Of course, disclaimer in the description box. Of course, I'm not a licensed medical professional. Yeah, it was not fun. All right, and we got this one, and we've got this one here. All right. So let's see what we have unfolding here. Yeah, there is some release, some transformation that's coming in here. The bottom of the deck, you do have the 5 of Pentacles, right? 5 of Pentacles is that fear of being abandoned, being left out in the cold, not being enough, not having enough, right? Underneath that, you do have the Page of Swords, which the Page of Swords is about seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things differently. That's coming in here, which with this energy with these other cards here that we'll talk about in just a sec. There's this. I'm not Dr. Buddha. I know, who would think? But there is this energy of purging, letting go, um, of a mindset about lack. And I feel like there's something, again, with all this emotional energy of this moon, there's this releasing energy, right? Because your first card out of the 5 that we've got here, we've got the 4 of Swords, which is about letting go of mindsets that don't serve us anymore, and that's what we rest. We're able to rest, and it's interesting here that, it's like it's right here in your stomach. There's this belief that's being released. It feels here they're telling me that, because we store energy in our body, and if we have a belief that a fear that made its way into our body, it kind of stores in there. And when there's a movement and there's change, sometimes our physical body, we have physical kind of like purges, right? Like, yeah, you felt like those, like, where whatever way it's trying to leave our body through sweating, through exits of all kinds, right? That it does purge. And I feel like that's what they're saying here is that this was part of a purging that happened here. Um, you know, the two cards that came after that, you had the 7 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles that's coming in here. And this is transition and movement that was coming here. This 8 of Pentacles is part of the butterfly, right? It's this, energy of releasing things that no longer serve you, as a caterpillar does as it turns into, like, caterpillar stew, caterpillar soup, right? It's liquid that it lets stuff go that doesn't serve it anymore. So I feel like that this is that energy that was coming in here, right? There's this release, release, release energy. It's interesting that this week for 2 days, I did have a lot of, like, I would get abdominal pain, and it was built up in my stomach, and I'd have to, like, burp it out, and then it would stop, and I'm like, "What is this that's going on?" And so I do feel like it's this release energy. We're releasing air, and air is the mental, that's the suit of the mind, so we're actually releasing mental energy. Interesting. Wow. So that makes sense that it's part of releasing a mindset, of course, it doesn't always mean that when we burp or, toot or whatever. It, uh, but there is something releasing in this particular, here too, right? Yeah, yucky burps. Because you do have here also here's because you have the 5 of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. You have the 5 of Swords with the 8 of Swords. So here's more mental release energy, which is this energy of, again, conflict energy with the 5 of Swords. But the 8 of Swords is a movement energy, letting go of mindsets and those things that don't serve us anymore, um, those that make us feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and small. So I feel like with all this Virgo thinking energy, along with this Pisces moon, this your emotional Cancer moon, water moon, and your Virgo, because we're in Virgo season, that mental energy coming together in this sun moon eclipse energy is this culmination of releasing emotion and mental energy. So I feel like it's a lot of purging. I don't feel, of course, if there's anything concerning, always consult a licensed medical professional. But I feel like, um, just, allow yourself to rest and be still with that 4 of Swords. And as much as you can, you've got joy, you got 3 of Cups underneath there. Um, yeah, exhausted, right? Well, there they were with the 3 of Cups that represent your spiritual posse. And um yeah, and there's all this energy here. Yeah, you've got the Queen of Wands, which is movement of energy, and the Knight of Cups, movement of emotional energy. And then you have the Hermit. So you've also got your Virgo energy that's coming in here. Your physical body is purging something that's like um, it's ready to let go, and that's kind of that what that happens with that. So hopefully that helps. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. But it feels that. Yeah, it's good to get some rest. Maybe you can dream and they can go visit your spiritual posse while you're dreaming and have a party because you're like, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. So let's take a look here. And I want this one here for you. And you have the new moon in Aries. Yeah, here's that fire. Go for it. Well, this is the new beginning energy. So it is purging something to allow this energy for your new moon in Virgo that's coming up in the day after your birthday, like we said, right? So this card heralds good news, opportunities abound, and the outlook is positive. Go through the doors that are opening up to you. There's every reason to believe you'll create what you want, even if you feel a long way from your goal. Keep going and be courageous. Chase your dreams with childlike enthusiasm and expect your desires to be satisfied. Don't sit around making plans. Do take action. This is crucial. Chase your goal. Believe in divine timing. In love, make the first move if you dare. Financially, be proactive. Your manifesting oracle says this card is an especially good sign if you need more courage or determination, or if you're chasing someone or something. Your manifesting mindset says be driven, determined, take action, and ditch faint heartedness. I know, tomorrow after you rest. Manifesting tips for boosting courage, call in Archangel Ariel, who is associated with spring and is wonderful to appeal to when you need courage. Call in the energy of the planet Mars, which guides the sign of Aries. And to boost your courage, light a candle, ideally a red one, and ask Ariel and Mars for assistance. And then imagine holding this card to your heart chakra and breathe in courage. If you can do this ritual outdoors, so much better. And then your manifestation affirmation says, I'm on the right track. Soon I will, dot, dot, dot. Well, this doesn't have to be chasing a person. The thing you're chasing is your emotional release, right? So you can put energy into that, right? The best time to do this work is when the moon is in Aries or on a Tuesday, which is Mars Day. So I like that. All right. So get some rest, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I'm glad you're feeling well. We'll send you some love energy. If anyone wants to join me, we'll send you some wonderful energy to your higher self to use it how they would for your recovery. But get some rest. And if you're going to listen here, just drift off. Don't worry. I know that you're off onto dreamy land whenever you're ready to go. So thank you again so much. Hang in there. All right. We also have Blueberry in the house. Hey, Blueberry. Good to see you. We'll get you on the free list here. It'll be number 13. All right. Right. And Ruby G, you're up. 113.51 is for yours. Here's your timestamp here. And here is your email. Let me get into it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me let me read it really quick here. So a deep dive on your overall situation right now. 2 clusters. Okay. All right. Mm-mm. To do to do to do. Mm-mm. Situation overall, right? Okay. Anything unexpected or hidden? I got you. Oh, you dreamt of your stepson last night. I love it. Okay. I get you. Yeah, crazy dreams, definitely. I had my mom was in there, which she's a Pisces, but my mom was there and I had some other ones too. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay, very good, very good. Your mom's a Pisces too? Shut up. Okay. Alright, very good. And coincidentally, your South Node. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because that's what you come into the world with, and then the North Node would be, um, Virgo, right? Yeah. So your North Node is Virgo. It's interesting because uh, your North Node is what you're trying to head toward. Pisces is what you come in with, so there's, like, this transformation energy. It's my mom, I'm trying to get away from her. You're funny. Alright, so I think I kinda sped read the last part here about the situation in the past here, but we'll grab into the actual energies here, so thank you for all your additional information here. So it's like a journaling, right? Get some stuff off. Ah, mm-mm. Oh, I love that. All right, so let's take a look here. We'll do it in two kind of things here. So first of all, we'll look about the X, just, mainly anything that you need to prepare for with them here. Okay, we'll do those here. All right, and then I feel like that's kind of the thing, is get the skinny on that, and then the other thing is stability, financial stability, and the such. And specifically, if the fundraising would work. All right. Yeah. So, when the bottom energy with the Knight of Pentacles, that is an energy of slowness. And when things go slow, it is always for us for some reason, so that we can really look into things. And it's interesting that underneath that, you do have the Five of Pentacles, which is the big old, you know, thing that you're facing, which is the fear of abandonment, the fear of being left behind, being left out in the cold, not having enough, not being enough, right? And with all this stuff that's hitting, I mean, you evidently wanted to, like, what is this, like, enriched class and summer school all at the same time. It's like, I wanna do all this at once and move past this transformational energy. Because the Five of Pentacles, you through all this, one of the big things that they're saying that you're able to become aware of is it's not humans that bring you what you need in each moment. It is source, it is creator. That it sometimes does come through, individuals, humans, they're like shipping company, right? That they can be the shipping company that brings things to us, but it everything is, our sustenance comes from creator. Because when we think it's humans that are doing things and bringing things and making things happen, then we feel unsafe, right? Because in the past, humans have shown us that they're unpredictable and will abandon, will pull things back from us when they're freaking out, when they're in survival mode, when their little inner child feels unsafe and out of control and uncomfortable. They will pull things back. I need everything for me, survival, right? Creator never does that, and I feel like there's this big transformation that's coming in right now where you're realizing it's not humans, that it's creator, and I can trust you, and then I can watch it unfold in the outside. So instead of we're taking our eyes off of what's going on down here, lifting our eyes, going, I trust you. What can I do? Help me help you. In whatever way I can, let me know. And I'm going to do what I can. And then whatever I can't do is up to you. And that's that surrender energy to the creator. And just, it's in good hands when we do that. when we take it over, it's like a little two-year-old saying, "I wanna drive the truck." Into the ditch we go, right? Alright. So I love this energy for right now because it's the big thing through everything. It's like the creator whispers to us, "Do you trust me?" We really have to not have to, but really sitting with that and asking ourselves, "Do I?" Then that opens up things, right? So I love that. Alright, let's see here, what's going on? What can we know about the X that's going on here? Yep, we've got here's this joy and celebration energy. What do we have? We've got Leo, courage energy coming in here. I feel like there's just a lot of celebration, a lot of things being brought forward here in culmination. Feel like the stuff that started up with the new moon, solar eclipse 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago yesterday, that here comes this fruition, this, yeah, this, like a celebration with the Four of Wands. Got the Eight of Swords, which is letting go of our own mindsets that make us feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and small. So in a way, I feel like it's, there's this energy of, um, you know, allowing yourself to think outside the box of, you know, what things are supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, the things of the stories that we have. It's really about releasing that a lot. We have the King of Wands, and I feel like this is their energy, as well as yours. With your energy, it's you deciding, getting out of our head and into our heart and what actions you want to take. And, you're doing that. You're following your heart and you're doing what is necessary. Their energy with the King of Wands, which, they're trying to understand. And I feel like they're in the midst of trying to figure out a plan, but I feel like they're kind of just in between in a kind of energy where it's just kind of like they're not I'm confused when I go into their brain. Duh, right? But there's the stuff that's out here, right? Um, there's this uncertainty and confusion, like they don't know what to do because they're reverting back to old fire ways of fear, like threats and, that kind of stuff, but that's not gonna help. Can't threaten the police, you can't threaten CPS. I mean, you can, not with good results. And so I feel like there's this, you know, nothing I feel like just they're like, say, "Have courage, celebration is on the way." Beneath the surface, is there anything, that we need to know that he might try to do here? Oh, no, I mean, I love all this for you because we've got the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, this importance of here's that mama, powerful mama energy that we've been getting in these readings for with this going on here, right? You got the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful energy of happy energy, emotional, abundant energy that's coming in here, and the High Priestess. Again, this trusting your gut, trusting your instinct, but here's this Pisces energy, just step away, see things, connect with spirit, see things from a higher perspective, you know, um, look for clarity of mind that they'll give you, emotional clarity that comes in. And this is a great night to do emotional release energy. Um, or any kind of release energy with a full moon culmination. It's like we put out the trash to be moved. So the stuff that we're done, we're like, thank you for removing the obstacles that stand between me and then you present that, and that's what gets released. Mother Moon will help do things as well. So I like that. Yeah, yeah, I like this. Definitely in a full moon ritual, energy, whatever way that you feel you like to do it can help here, but I don't feel like, there's any shenanigans here. I got the 4 of Wands with this Leo energy being the big things for you, just realizing, but I really feel focusing on that 5 of Pentacles, that it's not humans. What seems impossible for humans is is possible for Creator, right? They can make things happen, and that's where you focus your energy on trust. And the more we surrender it, the less we try to control it. And we're the ones that push it away. When we surrender it, then the creator transforms things and brings to us what we're grateful for. So our fears and our anxiety and our angst and everything, we're like, here, can you fix my toy? you know, mommy, daddy. and then, and then we just focus on what is working and what we can, and then they'll return the stuff to us, full of that. So I like that. So I feel like that is what they are saying about the ex and the situation there. Um, bring it back to you, not the stuff that's outside of your control, bring it back to what you're in control of, right? And then the other situation with stability, and all that, let's see what they have to say for that. We got the 8 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Yeah, transformation is happening. Both of these cards are those, um, energy of caterpillar transforming into a butterfly, a change energy that's coming in. So it's positive energy. Again, kind of this Knight of Pentacles, slow movement. We get to see the results, but there's slow movement that happens here. And remember the 5 of Pentacles being your underlying energy, I feel like is the important thing with this here. But ultimately, yeah, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is abundance, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. We've had Ace of Pentacles, which is another new opportunity that's opening up here, and the 4 of Swords. Yep, peace of mind, resting. There is this letting go of expectations, focusing in on as much gratitude for what is instead of what we feel is missing, right? And I know it's hard when we have all this stuff going on, right? I there's so many unknowns, and our inner child hates unknowns, right? It wants security and consistency. But, when we look to the creator and go, I can trust that they're going to make sure we have everything we need in each moment, one way or another. Maybe not everything my mind and my ego wants, but we're going to always have what we need. And that's what's important, right? Is that we're always going to have what we need in each moment. And when we can have gratitude for that and sit in that, that's when those things happen, right? So it feels like everything is, um, you got both the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles for the first and second one, which is abundance energy. Again, referencing kind of gratitude too. It's like how wonderful and lucky we are. As we were talking about earlier, I know we send a bunch of love to all those people in Nepal that got flooded and washed away by that huge, almost, the videos that I saw were like, oh my God, it looked like a movie scene, but it was real. Tiny little people running in this huge wave. It's like, can imagine, and when we look at our life in this moment versus what they went through in that moment and where they're at now, it's like, yeah, we have so much we can be grateful for, as we send love to others as well. But the other thing you wanted to know was this, like a funding kind of thingy. If you do that, what kind of results do you have here? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles, which there is abundance. There is some abundance that comes in with that Page of Pentacles. Um, yeah, but you've got the Two of Cups and the Seven of Swords. I feel like there's, the Seven of Swords energy that is going to be a little bit of that mindset energy that we have to look at the story of things And of course, what you're saying about what you're sharing and what you're not sharing. But the Two of Cups energy, this is about emotional choice as well. And I feel like we're all coming back to this Five of Pentacles. It doesn't matter what you do, it's the energy about what you do it, right? Yeah. And so there, the Five of Pentacles is, anything that sounds like supposed to, need, want, must, those energies that we have, we're focusing on what we don't have. Like we need this. And so when I need something, that means I'm not focusing on what I have. And I know it's not like we just sit there and are grateful and are not applying and looking and all that, but it's the energy in which we do everything, right? And if we're like, Creator, I'm so grateful that we have a roof over our head today, we have food, we have, uh, you know, uh, medical abilities so that we can feel better. We have electricity, we've got phone, all the things when we start to realize how much we do have. We can ask Creator, that and just ask once, like, that he would ask Creator, I'd like a new job, and I trust that you're going to bring me the perfect job in the perfect timing, the perfect way. In the meantime, I'm going to focus in on gratitude for what I've loved in jobs that I've had before. And if I have a job now, then the jobs I'm grateful for, what I'm grateful for about it now. And I'm grateful for what is in my life. And that energy opens it up. But when we try to pursue and need and want, and we're trying to control, that's when we push everything away from us. We make it more difficult for things to come toward us, right? So I feel like just a gratitude cookie jar or something we talked about, right? Just getting the whole family, whoever's there, something every day that we're grateful for, something different, and and put it in the cookie jar. And when we're feeling down, grab something out of the cookie jar to read it, and go, yeah, that's we're grateful. Always go back to the gratitude jar, right? Because you do have for your fortune cookie, you have know that you are loved. The new moon in Libra. So got this energy, which is coming up uh month after that, right? Because after Virgo comes Libra. So the new moon in Libra is coming up around the corner um as well. Says there's new or renewed love energy around you, be it familial, platonic, romantic, or otherwise. Whether you're single or attached, a new personal or professional relationship cycle is starting for you. Open your heart and be loving. The trick is to get involved with people you like or even love, be that on a personal or platonic level. If you want a new friend, you're on the right track. For a work or money question, a new start is highly likely. In love, the sky's the limit now if you react with love. And that kind of comes back to that Two of Cups, which is the power of emotional choice. As much moments I can, I'm focusing on emotional of higher vibration versus lower, right? Your manifesting focus says this card is an especially good sign for matters related to a romance, a job interview, or any important relationship. Manifesting mindset says consider the other person in your situation. What are their needs and worries? And then also get out and meet new people. And this would be your husband, of course, right? Not your ex. Manifesting tips for calling in love. Call in Archangel Jophiel, whose beauty, who reminds us that beautiful thoughts attract beautiful experiences. There you go. And that's Jophiel's Jophiel, just in case you want to look him up. Call in the energy of the loving and abundant planet Venus, which guides the sign of Libra. Then imagine your perfect day. What would happen and whom would you be with? Really delve into it. Note that if you're manifesting a new relationship, it's crucial that you never attempt to interfere with anyone else's free will. Well, whatever relationship, but yeah, we don't need to interfere with anyone else's free will. We just get to choose for us, right? I like it. You're manifesting affirmation. Love makes my world go round. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Libra or on a Friday, which will be coming up next. No, no, we're moon in Pisces. Never mind. But Friday is tomorrow, Venus's day. So that's a good day to use that energy too. So hopefully that helps a little bit there, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. And the hedge is active, it's still going. So we'll keep that up until you've reached the other side of this adventure. So cheers, cheers to you. Big deep breath and surrender. Right. So cheers. All right. You are welcome. All right. So I'm excited. We got Minu. Hey, Minu. Good to see you. I'll get you added on to the free list here, which will be number 14 on here. All right. We will bring you over yonder here. So I think that is it for my donations. Let me just update my emails real quick here. Yep. So we will dive in here. You're selling this to Hollywood in 30 years, right? The adventures. Dun dun dun. So we'll start free readings here and see what we got going on here. So up first, we do have Dason Case coming in here, 137:17. So Dason, here is your timestamp here. And we got Meow. Good to see you. Is that a kitty cat? I love it. We'll get you on the free list. You'll be number 15 on the free list here. Let me just get you on there. Since you got in there right before I posted, I want to make sure I don't forget you there. So, Dason, you want to know what's happening to me in general and what am I experiencing? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want to bring in here for you? And you got the Six of Swords energy. So, the Six of Swords, there's a lot of energy around leaving old ways of thinking behind. And that allows you, as you're looking at seeing things from a higher perspective, it allows you to move from like choppy waters to calmer waters. So a lot of what you're is happening to you right now is you're having a lot of your old stories that are expectations, right? They're things that sound like supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be coming in, and they're being challenged because this isn't matching that. And when this doesn't match that, that's where the conflict comes in. This old story of, well, this is what is supposed to unfold, but it's not. And when our ego, our old stories battle reality, it loses, but only 100% of the time, right? So, because we can't change that out there, so we change this in here, and it's all pointing you back to questioning your mindset about, what we think are supposed to be, should be, need to be, because we'll project our past onto the future, our past fears onto our future, and then that is what we think is, we're trying to control, we're trying to do these things. So there's this release energy that comes in with this. We're releasing some old mindsets and creating a different story because you have the power of story. You get to choose what anything out there means about you. Before growing up, we were told, hey, this going out here means this. And we're just like, okay, that sounds good. That's a story that I'll keep. And until we change the story, we're going to always default to the old story until we consciously choose when this happens or doesn't happen. If this person does this or doesn't do this, says this or doesn't say that, I'm the one that's determining what that means about me. And that's my power. And I feel like that's where you're at right now. You're experiencing this growing pains because reality is not matching up to some expectations, it's allowing you to be set free. And because then you realize you get to choose what anything means. You don't have to default to what everyone else has told you it's supposed to mean. You get to decide, and they get to decide for them too. You don't have to worry about, trying to convince anyone differently. They can choose whatever opinion they have. You get to choose for you. I feel like that's where you're at right now. All right. So many blessings to you, Deson. All right, we got Patricia up next, 14038. So, Patricia, here is your timestamp. And you want to know what is spirit trying to tell you when you hear a song, Jesse's Girl? Oh, yeah, reminds you of an old ex. All right, let's take a look here. What is spirit trying to tell you? All right, we do this one here. Got the 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's an energy here of endings and beginnings energy with the 10 of Wands. The number 10 does that. But this is an ending of where you've been investing your energy and a reevaluation, into something into something new. I feel like, being reminded of an ex through this energy, it's it's not so much about returning and someone returning back. This feels like I'm ready to let go of old energy and I'm ready to become something new. I'm done with investing all of this energy in all these different places and I'm really super focusing on what is next, where I want to add my energy, where I want to head. So instead of having like 10 pieces that go up one each, you have one piece that goes up 10 spaces, or maybe two that go up five, right? Or one that goes up nine and one goes up one. But it's about really, focusing in on the where am I investing my energy and am I putting it where I want to grow things? Or am I focusing on things that I don't want to grow? I'm ready to release. So there's this big ending release energy that comes in with the 10 of Wands. So I feel like that's kind of what they're trying to tell you right now. So hopefully that helps there, Patricia. So many blessings to you. All right. And we've got Twins Pika in the house. Hello, hello. Good to see you. I am well. I hope you're well as well. We'll get you onto the free list. You'll be number 16 on the list there. All right. And then up next, we've got Mini Heal. So Mini Heal, we got you here. There is your timestamp. So any major life-changing opportunities coming soon, especially for you. All right, let's take a look here. Based on your current energies. All right, this one here. Got the 7 of Cups. I feel like there's several available opportunities that are coming out here for you. 7 of Cups, this particular energy is bringing in that there's like your heart has several different things that it kind of wants to head off to and um head toward, and you can't do them all, right? At least not all at the same time. There's different things to hop around, but I feel like they're saying here the important thing is to quiet the mind and step into the heart to find out, like, what do you wanna do first? Because there's seven things here that your heart wants to do, but it's like the mind has been in control over the heart going, "No, no, no, no. You can't, no, we gotta do the supposed to be. We're supposed to do what's expected, not follow the heart." But they're like, "Close your eyes, step out of your head and into your heart and go, 'What do you want, boo-boo?'" And see what they're wanting to say to you and getting in communion with it because they will draw you to those. I don't feel like these are necessarily relationship focused here. Well, I guess with a Libra, that rolls over the house of relationships. It's not necessarily romantic relationships. This is more um, of experiencing things that your heart wants to experience, whether it's um, interacting with a specific individual here or there. That could be friend, it could be family. It's about connecting with the heart kind of energy. and something that would just make your heart sing and unfold as well. So I feel like that is kind of what they're bringing in right now with these life changes. Is there's a lot of opportunity, but the mind will keep us from them because it's stuck on trying to please other people instead of letting your heart fill up and overflow. So that's what they got for you right now. Right, so many blessings to you. All right. And then we got Debbie O, 14531. So, Debbie O, thank you again for your donation earlier. So, what else does Spirit want you to know this evening? All right. Yep. I like this here. We've got you got two cards. You got the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups. They're bringing this energy in, and this is interesting that they're adding into your adventures because, of course, in this lifetime, you're working through this feeling of disappointment, of being heartbroken, having that experience, which, of course, we know through other things that it's fear that we're feeling. But I feel like they don't want to go into all that. They want to go with this Six of Cups energy, which is past life energy. And they're giving a different perspective because they're going, in other lifetimes, you were a heartbreaker. You were the one, like, you were in the position of, Wally, you experience life, like, as them, not as them specifically, but in that kind of role. You were a heartbreaker in other lifetimes, and in this lifetime, you wanted to be on the other side of it to understand what we, uh, inflicted on others not on purpose. None of this is purposeful, right? We're just reacting from fear, but they're giving you a different perspective now, which is in other lifetimes, you were, the breaker of the heart, the one that was the betrayer that, couldn't be faithful and couldn't keep to one person and those kind of things. A sailor, someone in every port, you man ho you. But I feel like they're wanting to bring that in there just to show a perspective of going, oh wow, because that it's interesting how that changes us when we realize, someone's doing this like to us in this lifetime. We come out of kind of like this victimhood when we realize we were the villain in another lifetime in this story. We're the ones that, you know, did that to maybe not them, hopefully, right? Hopefully, I did that to Wally when in another lifetime, but that's just jesting, right? But I like that energy because it gives us a different perspective to look at things. So, but that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, my friend. Rest well. All right. And then Leslie, you're up 148.22. Thank you for your donation earlier as well. There's your timestamp there. And how is this weekend going to be? All right. Based on your current energies, let's see what we've got going on here. Right. They do want this one here. Yeah, got Queen of Swords. Very balanced between the head and the heart. Feel like there is a bit of with the Queen of Swords. Of course, we can get into our mind and into our stories, but I feel like this energy is like this is a weekend of rewriting stories. Either the one that we have about what's going on, in our world and what things mean about us. But I feel like there's this rewriting of a story and changing it from a scary story to a romance. Oh, here we go, right? Here comes your contractor. I don't know. But there's this energy of changing something because she can get caught up in her mind where she keeps her heart out of the picture, but this is about being open-minded and allowing the heart to speak as well, where there's this beautiful balance between both. And I kind of feel like that's the energy of this weekend. Yeah, because you got the Queen of Cups on the bottom, which she, of course, is two parts. The water energy, so the emotional energy that comes in here as well. In fact, it almost looks like they're related, You got both of those that are there. But I do like this transformation kind of energy that comes in here for you for this weekend. So I like it. Balance is a good word for it all as well. So, all right, my dear, that's what they got for you. So many blessings to you. And then we have Radish. You are up 150.18 is for yours. There is your timestamp there. And then insight on the most highlighted changes during September and October. All right, let's see what we can have here. All right, we got that here. You do have the Queen of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of opportunity coming in here for you during September and October. Even on the bottom of the deck, you've got the 10 of Wands, which is a lot of ending and beginning energy and a lot of uh, just a lot of energy with both of these combined. The Queen of Wands, she's all about you put your mind to something, get out of your way. And I feel like for both September and October, it's like the changes that can come in are going to be so up to you. And because your energy is what's drawing things towards you. And the more like consciously that you're choosing where you're investing your energy is what's going to draw things in. I just feel like there's the 10 of Wands is there's energy everywhere and you're focusing on this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And so everything comes to you slowly. And I feel like what they're saying is here, if you can get focused in on what's truly urgent and important to you, what's truly important to you, but not urgent, and the things that are seem urgent but aren't important to you, not invest energy in the unimportant to kind of focus in on what's the one thing I want to work on next that I want to draw towards me. Then this is your singular focus, right? And then when that comes, because when you put that much energy there, whoosh, it comes during this time. And then you're like, all right, now I want to go on this thing. And then you do it, and whoosh, and that's what we do. It's one thing at a time, being a focus, and everything else you prioritize. But whatever's the most important thing, if you focus on that, you'll have these come in. So I feel like they're just telling you that there's so much possibility for you, but it's all up to your energy to activate it. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Ruby G, you are up 152.36. Thank you so much for your donation as well. And what do you need to know most regarding your case? All right, let's take a look here. What most? All right. Yeah, I like this here. You've got the King of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, which you're not in this alone. I feel like is the most important thing. You're not in this alone. King of Cups, you know, is about balance between head and heart, so that's an important energy. You know, it's realizing that, and I kind of feel like this energy that's coming in here is that, you know, when we feel like the world is not answering us, and it goes back to your 5 of Pentacles, that it's creator, right? It's the spirit realm. You're surrounded by a host of millions and millions and endless beings of unconditional love and light. And that the like the most what you need to know most regarding this is that this is the perfect expression that you've wanted to experience. This isn't an accident. Something's not wrong. Something's not incorrect. The stage has been set perfectly for what you want to experience and what you want to go through. And when we look at that, that kind of changes things instead of feeling like we're on an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode. When we realize the stage has been set perfectly for what you have asked it to be. And now we can look and go, okay, what gift is in this that I want it to be in? What what kind of monologue do I want to have in this scene, of my life? Because I'm the one who gets to decide it. I'm the one who gets to, narrate every moment of my life. So what am I telling my audience, right? What am I telling my audience about what's going on? And it's like, I wanted to have this situation happen for me because it's showing me this about me. What positive thing is this showing us about me, right? It's showing when I remember they're bringing back the strength card. You're realizing that you are so much stronger than you've ever been taught that you were. And you're like, damn right. All right. So that's what they got for you, my dear. Thank you again. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Maria M9P, you are up 155.31. So, Maria, here is your timestamp here. And will your next job assignment be in Europe or USA? All right. We'll do an energy for both. Got Europe and USA. So, Europe energy based on your current energy. No, looks like it's the Nine of Wands is kind of holding you back from Europe. USA, you do have the Six of Pentacles that's here, which is this balanced energy, this abundance energy. So between the two, you're more likely to be within the USA than Europe. I'm sorry. I know Europe sounds like fun, but you know, it's like right now, USA is there. You even got the World card, which is the ending of a significant cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. But based on your current energy, you are you're being drawn to the USA between those two, right? So that's what they got. Of course, that Nine of Wands doesn't with that world card at the end. They were normally they I guess they do hold two wands. They do in the regular one too. It's like the two wands is your power of energetic choice. That you could have some beliefs or something around, Europe that can change and you can change your energies, but your energy of right now is being drawn to the USA. If you haven't checked out my podcast series, The Easier Path, episode 14, Abundance, where it be, talks about our energy and some stuff of our inner child that might be able to help too regarding drawing something towards you that you're wanting as well. So hopefully that helps. That's what they got for you. Many blessings. All right. And then Amber DeWitt, you are up. So Amber, your timestamp here. Thank you. I hope your day is great as well. And you want to ask for a general for Trenton. All right, let's take a look here. So a general for Trenton. Like this is a reading for Trenton, or you want a general reading about Trenton for yourself. Well, you'll get it no matter what here. We have the Nine of Swords coming in here, and this is an energy of, they call it like the nightmare and insomnia kind of card coming in here. But, this is all those swords on the wall are all these expectations of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be, kind of energy that comes in here. And it's like there's this, it's almost to the culmination, like because the Ten of Swords is, I've had it. I'm sick and tired of trying to please everyone else, trying to live up to everyone's expectations, and trying to make people live up to mine. I'm just exhausted. I'm tired. I just want to be me. I want to get out of my head and see a world of possibilities instead of all these restrictions and feel like I'm, drowning under all these expectations down here and focusing on how heavy all this loss is, all this emptiness. Because this is when I'm at zero and when I'm feeling full. But with all these expectations, I feel like I'm in the negative and I'll get up to zero. And it's so much just to get up to zero. But when we get rid of expectations as much as we can, we focus on gratitude. Everything we are doing is above and beyond extra instead of feeling like a negative. And I feel like that's where Trenton is right now. I feel like that the energy around Trenton is, I'm just tired, just tired. I'm just mentally tired trying to live up to all these things. And there's a freedom kind of that comes in with that. So hopefully that helps. That's what's coming in, Amber. Many blessings to you. All right. And then we've got April. Thank you so much for your donation earlier. Oops. Let me just get that right here. There is your timestamp there. And you want to know, what did Beza think when she last saw you? All right. Let's take a look here. Do this one here. Oh, ho, ho. Well, we have the Knight of Cups. What's the movement of the heart? This knight is on a quest for the heart. They're on a quest to see things um, from the heart instead of the mind. They're on this quest of discovering their self-love, but it's the heart is moved. It's romantic energy there. Let's see what's yeah, and you have the Knight of Swords on the bottom too. So it both triggered mind and emotion the last time that they saw you here. I mean, with this energy, it just feels like I'm contemplating, you know, like what do I want to do? And that the heart is the first card and the mind is secondary. It's like usually I feel like their mind, they think from here, or they act from here. We all think from here, but they usually would act from their mind. Heart is the second, like a, you know, afterthought. But this feels like their heart is going, no, I want to do something. And the mind's like, whoa, oh, can't catch up. It's like the mind's trying to catch up with the heart because the heart's ready to, do some action, trying to do some things. Um, I don't have the Knight of Wands, but these are two the faster horses. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest. The Knight of Wands, fire, is the fastest. But this air and water, they they can move fast energy. So I feel like there's something that sparked with them, and they want to. At least their mind is going in their heart. The both of them are racing. Um, there's a lot going on inside their head around it. Like I said, I feel a lot of contemplation, seeking a lot of clarity about what they want and what they don't want, kind of energy that's coming in. So something definitely sparked. So hopefully that helps, April. That's what they got for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we got the GD on the YT at 2:02:22. Look at that timestamp. So your brother has Parkinson's and his girlfriend lives there, and we suspect something mysterious is happening in his household. Oh my gosh, any insights? Mysterious. Dun dun dun. All right, what can we know here? We've got the Eight of Pentacles. There is something slowly happening there with the Eight of Pentacles. That's like there is this, you know, it's like the caterpillar in the cocoon. It takes time for the caterpillar to build the cocoon and then to transform within the cocoon to end up being a butterfly. Even on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool card, got the Ten of Wands. There's like this beginning and ending energy that's going on here. But I don't feel like there's any, I mean, like we're talking about shenanigans, is that mysterious? Is it something like evil? I feel like it's something that they're working towards something for their own benefit, but I don't feel like it's going to come to fruition because the 10 of Wands with this ending and beginning energy, I don't feel like it goes much further. I feel like they've been trying to create something or to move something along to transform something for themselves, like, you know, get me in your will, get me, I'm, we're married, you know, um, and that way, if anything happens to you, I'm cared for, kind of thing. And it's not like it's intentional, like I'm conspiring. It's just they're acting out of their fears, trying to seek security in the outside world. So I feel like it's that. It doesn't feel anything too ominous by what I'm feeling right now. Of course, if you have any concerns, always consult professionals for those. But it just kind of feels like that's the kind of energy that's there. That they're, I don't feel like they're poisoning them or doing something to harm them. Um, at least until I'm, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. But, yeah, so that's the kind of energy that comes in there, JD. I mean, GD. It's like JD. So hopefully that helps. Right. Many blessings to you. And then we got Livia Vergara. You're up 20514. Coming in here. Is your timestamp here. And a message from your spirit guides. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right. Thought it was going to be that one, but no, it's this one. Yeah, we got the Eight of Cups here. So there is this energy. We get this every once in a while, right? So there's this energy of letting go of emotions that don't serve, even relationships that don't serve. But I feel like this is more about emotions that don't serve anymore because it's like you're building up your emotional bank, to prepare for relationship or to express your emotion somewhere. But, there's when you get this card, it's usually pointing to there's relationships with others that maybe we're investing so much emotional energy and getting a little back to balance it out more. You can either, get all your energy back or back off to where it's more equal. And then because that helps you get some of your emotional energy back. And then the other below the surface, anything that we suppressed when we were younger, those moments of anger we weren't allowed to feel, those moments of sadness we weren't able to feel, those got pushed down. So those energies are charged below the surface. Plus, it takes energy to keep things below the surface. And all that energy, once we transform those and we go back and sit in those emotional moments as the adult, that powerful self we are now, we embrace our inner child. We allow them to feel the pain of fear, of sadness, or the pain of fear, of anger, express it, not hurting ourselves or anyone else, but allowing themselves to feel it and express it through us. Then we can release that. And then that starts filling up the emotional bank. Because then when we have enough in our emotional bank, our heart approves new emotional things to come in. Whereas before, if it thinks we're almost bankrupt, it goes, hell no, we're not going to allow anything new in until we have the budget. Denied, the little stamp. So I feel like that's what they have going on right now for you there. So that's what they have, my dear. Many blessings to you. Cheers, cheers. All righty. Then we have Blueberry up next, 20750. So Blueberry. Here is your timestamp here. And a message from your guardian angel. Let's see what we got going on here. What does your guardian angel have to say? They are saying, ooh, Nine of Swords. This one for tonight is I'm going to visit your dream tonight. The Nine of Swords with this, of course, we've got this moon, Pisces moon eclipse that just opens up this portal to the higher realms. Pisces is that energy that allows us to connect, to the other side and to open up that connection that's there. And it's huge tonight. So, and especially the Nine of Swords, it's someone it's about very intense dreams, very clear dreams, very much there. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know here is that they're going to be there to help you see things from a different perspective, to help you release some old stories, some, you know, scary stories about what something means and doesn't mean. And they're going to help you release some stuff as they do tonight with this full moon release energy. But they're going to be there visiting, and they're going to be coming in. Who are they coming in as? Because they're like, like if I show up as myself, it'll be too bright and you won't be able to see what's going on. Like, so I'm going to be coming in as someone else, but you'll know it's me because you're going to know my energy. So I'm not going to be in my physical big winged. I might have wings, but it might be like fairy wings of a costume, or I might show up as a winged creature of some sort, just so that we can interact on this plane in the dreamscape. But I like that. So that's what there's going to be coming in for you tonight. So I'm excited for you. Whether it's wherever you're at in the world, whenever you're going to sleep next, that's when they're saying we're coming in and we're using this beautiful full moon energy to be able to ride the waves. So that's what they have for you, Blueberry. So many blessings to you. Enjoy. All right, and then we got Minu. You are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. So Minu, here is your and a general for you. All right, let's take a look here and see what we got going on here. All right, doing this one here. We got the 10 of Swords. So right now, the 10 of Swords, this is an ending energy, kind of like where this person's not dead, they're exhausted. They're looking back here at the sunrise, going, I'm ready for this stuff to end. I'm tired of trying to live up to everyone's expectations and trying to make people live up to mine. I'm tired of being disappointed and being a disappointment. I'm ready just to all these supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be, all these rules and these opinions. I'm done, right? The 10 of Swords is like literally, right? Stick a fork in me, I'm done. I'm just had enough. And there's this freedom that comes from this. There's these world of possibilities instead of having restrictions going, this is the way everything has to be. When we blow those away, we're like, wow, look at this world of possibilities. Anything can happen. And instead of feeling like restricted, 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 restricted. So I feel like right now they're letting you know to question anything that feels limiting. Ask why. What is this belief up here that I'm ready to let go of, right? So I feel like that's what they have for you right now, Meanie. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Meow, you are up to 11:56. I love your name and your little picture too. So here's your timestamp. And you want to know what is the different route that you're going in DT? What is the different route you're going in DT? All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, you've got this slow time, this route. You've got this Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, and the Hangman is a paused energy. The different route is no route at all for a moment. The Hanged Man allows you to pause, step back, it allows you to see things from a different perspective. And then you have the Ace of Wands, which takes you on a new journey, a new spark kicks in. And it's like the route that makes itself known when you stop and you're still instead of go, 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 go kind of energy. There is this, I'm you know, uh, gonna just kind of breathe, step back. And then when I step back, I see a different place. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, I want to do that. And you have this spark and this urge to step toward it. So I feel like you will know what it is by that, but it comes after a pause, breath, step back, and then you see it. So hopefully that helps. All right. That's what they got for you, Meow. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Twins Pika, you are up to 13:38. So Twins Pika, here is your timestamp here. Boom, boom. And then a request from guidance from spirit. Should you talk to Steven's dad about us? Is it a good or bad idea? So we'll do the energy. If you talk, because there's no should with spirit, there's just different choices, different experiences, different outcomes, right? So we'll do if you talk to Steven's dad about us, what's the energy you get, right? So that way you can see if it's something that you would, if you would choose, right? We got the Four of Wands, there's joy, there's celebration, there's marriage. I don't know if there's marriage, but it feels like it brings joy. And it's movement of energy. It's a very positive card that comes in with that there. And we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like, on the bottom of the deck, this obstacle that you feel is there after you talk to them, then things kind of open up and you kind of see things more clearly, preconceived things that you thought they were thinking or whatever and that they thought you were thinking whatever. It opens communication up to where whatever this wall is that feels like it's between you guys, that falls down. So feels like it's a positive energy, um, which, there are no good or bad ideas, just different ideas. What's the worst thing that could happen, right? I know, right? But it's about not what we do, but the energy about which we go about it. Um, and if you're going about it from a place of not trying to control, not trying to change people's minds, blah, 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 but going in with love, right? Our higher vibrational love as I want to open up communication and gain clarity between, the two of us, then, we as humans appreciate honesty, um, eventually. So hopefully that helps. All right. And that's what they got for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right, and we got, Cirkish. Hello, hello. I love reading, absolutely. You're up next. All right. So, Cirkish, we got 21607 is for your timestamp here. And let's see what we got here. So, what would Spirit like you know about love, 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 love? All right. You do have the Ace of Pentacles that came out, which is about a new opportunity coming up in the future here. You have the 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which, is about, you know, adjusting and changing the energy in which you're going about love. Which the difference would be like really there's two stories, and this is on the bottom of the deck too, the Two of Swords. We got these two stories, right? One is we go about love like a job. Like I need someone to fill this position in my life and I have my requirements like a job, right? And so we put out an ad, whether that's, you know, going on a dating site or whatever, I'm available. And then we interview, which is we date, right? We do background checks, which means like we're checking uh, you know, their social media, asking about people that know them, friends of friends, investigating, right? And then after all that, we decide, okay, they're I think they're good. I'll hire them as that person. And we find out they lied on their resume, right? And then we end up having to put them on a written warning because they're not producing the way that we think they should be per the agreement. And they either quit or we fire them and then we start all over again. Versus that's one way, and that's the exhausting 10 of Wands way where we're like, oh God, so much energy. It feels like so much work because it does feel like work because we're trying to fill a position versus I'm living my life. I'm living my love. I'm living my passions. Right. And I'm going out and doing things I enjoy. And when I do that, I bump into someone who's also doing what they love. And it happens to be the same thing, whether it's, I'm going to go do pottery or I'm going to go to this band or I wanna, go dance or whatever it is that I love to do, I'm gonna go do it, and then I bump into somebody who also loves that, and a spark comes up, and then we become friends. Things organically grow and turn into love, and we end up in a relationship because that's the natural next step of this growing relationship instead of it's a position to be filled after an interview kind of energy. So I feel like that's what they want you to know is that there's a change of energy, which brings you something different when we adjust that. So hopefully that helps. That's what they got for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And I think that be it this evening. We must be having an energetic full moon. Everyone's being withdrawn into their high priestess temple tonight. We've only been on a couple hours, but that is all we have. If you guys haven't checked out my podcast, I also have a free podcast called The Easier Path. And here is the link. It's also always listed down in the description area or on the main page of my YouTube channel. The most recent one that just came out this last Monday episode is episode 22, which is Talking to Heaven, talking about kind of what that heaven is in a way, and how we can communicate with them and how we can hear from them as well. Also, if you haven't checked out my updates on my live streams here, we do have some new ways of going about things, but offering something new, and there's a chance to win one of my energetic hedges on September 9th if you're interested. Be sure to check out that video. It's toward the end. At first, it was a shh, and I already got that list, so now I'm opening it up to everyone else by letting you know there's a secret at the end of the video if you watched it all the way through that you can get into the drawing. That will be on September 9th. So be sure to check that out. And enjoy this evening of the full moon. Here, what time is it? 7:20. Yeah, so this is the shadow begins on the moon right now. So evidently, I'm supposed to enjoy the full moon tonight, because that's all we have, everyone. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'm on Wednesday through Sunday nights. So until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So I'll see you guys when I see you. Much love. Take care.